Alright guys, how's it going? That was some workout, girls. Oh, just been to the gym, you know, pumping some iron and that. And really, just been putting my socks on. Fucking hell, it's hot here today. Nah, listen, I've been doing all sorts of stuff. Can you see, look at that, look at the state of me. Hope you're having a cup of tea. How's it going, guys? You alright? Oh. Been shopping and everything went fucking wrong when I went shopping. I'm going to show you my shopping. Right, I have got a carrier bag full, right, of only Pepsi Max Cherry, 24 cans. Why is it in a carrier bag or in a bag, whatever you want to call it, and not in a big carton dung? Because when I lifted it off the shelf like this, it split and went everywhere in the fucking shop. That's what. And I pretended like I did it on purpose. I was like, what's supposed to happen? That's why I brought my bag with me. What are going on? Hey, but listen, I've got some good news for you guys. Listen, for once, the gods are looking on me. Oh, God. I got tax rebate this morning. I got tax rebates. First one I've ever known of. No coincidence that her indoors is nowhere to be seen, and I noticed a tax rebate. So, you know what that means, don't you guys? A fucking steak tonight, guys. Woohoo! Steak tonight. And listen, look at this. Look at them for fillets. They're all right, aren't they? A bit of cod. Look at the size of them. Massive, aren't they? Now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, get to the most important part of the video. This is the most important part. Well, actually, no, it isn't. The steak was. But there's no clickbaiting around here. Just baiting. Bait fish. No. All right then. Okay, well, I can't wait to have one of them, try one of them. What else have I got to show you? Remington, this is for your ears. When you get to my age, right, you have hairs growing out of everywhere, guys, and I mean everywhere, do you know what I'm saying? Socks. You can't go wrong with socks, can you? Do you know what, right? I've got a drawer upstairs full of socks of all different sizes, right, all different sizes. And every morning it stresses me out. I'm like, well, that don't match that one, so I'm going to throw them all out when I bought all new and start again. I got a book on how to speak English. It's not for me. English is my native language, just saying. And I got myself a bit of cheese. I like a bit of cheese, you know what I'm saying? Look, girls, we do everything in big sizes around these parts, you know what I'm saying? And I've joined the club. Look. An air fryer, an air fryer. I saw it on offer in the cash and carry, so I thought I'll have one of them. Hopefully a chicken will fit in it. There we go, that's the end of the video. How's it going, guys? You right? I received a lovely email today, which I haven't had a chance to reply to yet, but I will be doing. It's from someone called Paul, and I've received your email, Paul. I've been very busy, as you can see. And this is not from under my armpits, by the way. I don't know why it's on the top. I don't know why. But yeah, I've received some lovely comments today and some nice emails. But I've been out. I've been and done my shopping. I've cleaned all Remy's dog shit up while I've been out. See, you don't get this off Jeff Selling, do you? Do you know what I mean? Gary Lineker guys, or on them Top Reds channels and that. You don't, do you? It's not authentic. Do you know what I'm saying? And I've been out and sent that email out to everyone today, which might interest you. The link is in the video description. Even if you've missed it, you can sign up now, and you can look at the previous updates. And today's will be on there. Sorry, it's free. You know, I'm not trying to sell you anything. It was titled "Attention Turns to the Defence." All right. So I've been out doing that. Spent a few hours doing that. To be honest with you, 2 or 3 hours. Had some lunch, did a bit more shopping. I just got home, and as you can see, it's because I've had to carry all shouting, and I don't know. Listen, right? If you don't like my videos, if they're too long-winded, then don't fucking watch, right? Simple as that. So, attention turns to the defence. Just in case you haven't received that, you know, you're not interested in reading. It says, attention turns to the defence, brace yourself for multiple defensive links, which I think I might have mentioned earlier today, actually, in a video. I didn't like the 2 videos I uploaded today, but I let them out. I put them out anyway. Levi Colwill, talking about him in this, and the complications and how difficult it may be to, to try and make a deal happen for him. There's obvious interest there. An obvious name for the hacks, YouTubers and ITKs to take a punt on. But is he genuinely on the radar? I think he is the subject of interest, but not as seriously or as strong as some fans may be hoping, but only because it was difficult to pull off. And then it goes, it explains why, etc., etc. And we were linked to him about 3 months ago, I think it was. About 3 months ago. Chelsea rejected a £30 million offer from Brighton for him recently. Obviously had that loan there last season. Now, I also spoke about a rumour earlier in the week that I heard that claimed that the agent that represents Ajax defender Calvin Bassey had offered his client to the Reds. I don't know if you've heard that or seen that anywhere. But it was only a rumour. Do you know what I mean? It hasn't come from anyone that that I would pay particular attention to or anything. It's just a name that's out there. I don't think there's anything in that myself, but he was still mentioned with us. I don't know much about him. Talking about why it might be quiet, obviously we've got a new sporting director that I called George. I referred to him as our boy George in it earlier, and then I thought about Boy George. Maybe that should be his nickname. And someone came up with a nickname for a journalist the other day, Bridget. I'll let you work that one out later. Actually, they said I'd rather listen to Bridget Jones than... Anyway, so Mark Gooey. Is that Gooey? Mark, he's called Mark. He plays for Palace as a centre-back. You know what I mean, don't you? Possible option. But if you do a quick search on Google News, if you were to research the current, reporting concerning him, when I did this email, not a single credible outlet was mentioning with us. It was just all the aggregators, clickbaiting aggregators and all that. And I think his fee would be excessively high. There are other defenders that have been linked with us. Edmund Tapsoba, Mickey van der Ven, as you know. Tottenham heavily linked with him. Tosin Adarabaya. Oh, I can't be bothered. Trying to pronounce these names. And we'll talk about that. But there's one thing that I wanted to mention to you. Is... Oh, my God. Right, obviously, Mickey van der Ven, I think he's one that a lot of Liverpool fans would like to see signed. But there's also Gonzalo Inacio, right? And he has a release clause. But that release clause, it varies as to how much it is depending on who you believe in. Do you know what I mean? Like, some people say 40 million, some say 50, 51 million. So there's a release clause there. Now, back in February... I want to be specific with, I'm going to strip off in a minute. Sorry, guys. Back in February, I was told that there was a strong chance that Liverpool could approach Sporting for him to see if they could be negotiated down from the player's release clause, which is rumoured to be between 40 and 50 million. Now, £35 million seems to... Oh, my mistakes upside down. £35 million seems to be a figure that I keep seeing coming up. So, if he was available for 35, if they could get him down to that, it sounds like Liverpool would go for him. Same with Lavia, too expensive at 50. 30, I keep hearing people that are chatting about different targets keep saying, if he's in the 35 million mark, then maybe. So, that's basically what we were talking about in the email today. And the reason I'm making the video is... to be honest with you, I think the email's a bit more interesting than the video, obviously. Well, I don't know. Fucking socks and steak, man. You know what I'm saying? When you write an email, you give it thought and you type up and you explain a little bit more, okay? A video, you just blah, blah, blah. So I wanted to mention what today's email was about, but also about Inacio, or whatever it's called. Inacio. In February, they said that Liverpool would, there was a strong chance of an approach to see if they could get that figure down. So I would be interested to know, or not to know, to see if we, fresh air, to see if we might be linked with him. Because I think we're going to go through a period of being linked with defenders now. It's not rocket science, is it? If we're suspended interest, in midfielders at the moment. I don't think that we have ended our interest in Thuram or Lavia, I think Liverpool right now know where they stand to make those deals happen, and then maybe just playing a bit of like, all right, yeah, we'll leave it, thanks. But it wouldn't put, I wouldn't be surprised if they were to return for them, really. I just think that £35 million, every single time I receive an email about a potential target, and they say, and the person behind the email says, well, from what I've heard, Dunk, it's too expensive. But if it was about 35 million, where's 35 million? Have any of you guys seen 35 million mentioned anywhere in the last week to do with players that we might be interested in? Anyway, so it's more of a like for your information. So we were told in February we might make an approach in the summer for that player to Sporting. Well, whether that's going to happen or not, I don't know. These are the things that I am looking out for at the moment. Do you know what I mean? So the video's not exciting. Right, listen to me. I watched about 30 seconds of a Liverpool fan on a fan channel, right? It's what they do, right? This isn't what I do. This is just a side thing that complements my Cop Talk website and community, right? I'm not a YouTuber, right? Some of these people are, and they take it very seriously. And they've got fancy graphics. And they've got a green screen and everything. They don't have like a shit picture like me behind me. Do you know what I mean? There's a story behind that. Most people know what it's about. I couldn't endure more than 30 seconds. And, these people, they're more like entertainers. They're like WWE wrestlers. Do you know what I mean? Like me, I don't know about you. I just like watching proper sport. Like authentic football, authentic sport. Do you know what I mean? When it's just entertainment, it doesn't interest me. So I get it. My videos are not, highly exciting. Look at the state of me. Do you know what I mean? They're not highly exciting, but I'm not going to sit there. I can go back to my studio. I've got a studio. I've got all the lights. I've got all the perfect. I can do what I want, right? But people seem to enjoy these videos when I'm just chill rather than sat there being all scripted and shit. And, they're putting out interesting videos that hook people in. The gullible, the naive, in my opinion. You know what I mean? I'm not going to do that to you. And so every video can't be exciting. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, how can you say it can't be exciting when you can see the excitement around my face because I'm having steak tonight. Do you know what I mean? If I adopted their tactics, I'd be having steak every day of the fucking week. I can't explain to you how hot I am in here. Right, I'm going to go. You see, I even have to tell you what the video is about. The video is about just telling you what I emailed out earlier. But the video really is to say, keep an eye on chat to do with sport in Lisbon and in Asio. I think that might be something that might be worth pursuing. And as I also said in the email, maybe our George, maybe he will come up with something from Germany that we don't know about. I don't follow German football. I ain't got a clue about it. I ain't got a clue about English football, if I'm completely honest with you. No, there's some really good defenders being linked with us. But they are, in fairness to the club, as Rafa would say, the club, for sure, they are quite expensive. And I don't think it's just cost. Some of these players that, looking for moves and that, even the kid at Chelsea, they're doing so because they want regular first team football. Do you know what I mean? So it's not just about cost. It's about finding a player that's within, a decent, sensible price to what we want to do, that is willing to be part of a squad. Do you know what I mean? That wants to play for one of the greatest football clubs in the world. You know what I'm saying? So this is what recruitment has to do. Recruitment has to find these players. Who are those players that are ready to step up a little bit and not giving it all like, well, I should be playing every week. Do you know what I mean? If you want to go and play for Brighton every week, go and play for Brighton every week. Fine. Or do you want to play for Liverpool? As Bill Shankly would once said, do you want to play for a real football club, Sonny? Do you know what I'm saying? So we need someone with that kind of attitude that's not going to break the bank. 35 million. Maybe that will do it. I think we will be linked with defenders this week, the rest of the week, and then I expect we'll see a sudden with the midfield again. That's just my My predictions, I don't know, I'm not Twitter ITK. They're far more intelligent than me. They're not the thick as two short planks, really. Well, actually, the people that follow them are. The ITKs are pretty clever, I guess, really. Right, I'm off. I'm off. It's been a bit. That looks terrible. I don't smell, at least. Don't let it put you off, girls. Real man, you know what I'm saying?